Hey guys, this is FS Gurus here, and this is our first episode of the series FS Guides, and it'll be on the iFly 737NG. Our first video on this channel was a review of this aircraft, and we recommend you see that first, so I'll post a link in the description box. The airport we are at today is Las Vegas, and the scenery is made by FS Dream Team. It's about $30, and it's very high quality. They have a trial where you can try it out for about 20 minutes and see how it works out with your system. So I'll also post a link on that in the description. Okay, so first we're going to go to our forward overhead panel to get us started. We're going to turn the master battery on, standby power to auto, and then we'll go down to bus transfer to auto. You can turn the isolation valve to auto, right to auto, auto, auto. Turn that on, Next what we're going to do is turn APU on, auxiliary power unit. This is what keeps all the systems running when the plane's engines are not started. So we'll put that to on, then start. It'll go back to on as you can see, so put that to start one more time. Now the APU isn't fully started. You have to wait till the EGT level rises to about 10 and goes back 10 to 4. Then this light will turn on and then you can turn the APU generators on. As you can see, the EGT level is going down now. Okay, now that light is turned on, so we can turn on the APU generators. Also, what I'm going to do is turn this to battery. I can go to APU gen. We're going to exit out of that. We're going to get out the after overhead panel. What we're going to do now is align the IRS. And we're going to put this right IRS to nav, and same with the left to nav. Now the IRS takes a while to align, and it fully isn't aligned yet because we have to go into the FMC, or CDU, and go to initial reference, hit that button right there, and it'll display down here. What you're going to do is put that into set IRS position. You're just going to put that right in there, and the IRS will align. Now we're going to go to route, and we're at KLS, which is Las Vegas, so we're going to put KLAS. I'm typing it in right here, but what you can also do is hit keyboard and type with your keyboard. So I'm going to put KLAS in there, origin. And our destination is going to be Los Angeles, KLAX. Now put that in the destination. What you're going to do now is hit activate, execute. Always remember to hit execute or your route will not fully activate. This also applies with your departure, arrival, cruise altitude, whatever else. Now we're going to go to departure arrival right here. Then go to KLAS, departure. First you're going to want to put in your runway that you're taking off at, and that's going to be 25 right for us. Then boats forward is the departure, and the Hector transition. And you're going to go legs, and all the waypoints are in there. So now we're going to go back to departure and arrival, then KLAX arrival. We're not going to put in our approach because the weather may change at this airport, and we don't know what ATC is going to assign us. So we're going to go down to the River 2, which is our arrival, out of the Hector transition. I'll go back to my legs, check everything's in there. Now what this means right here is it telling you to cross this waypoint at 280 knots, and as assigned by ATC, 17,000 or above, or flight level 210 or below. That also applies with this at 14,000. A means above, and B means below. Now as you can see, our IRS is fully aligned, so that's good. All of our waypoints are in there. This is called the EFIS right here. You can select how your range on your ND, how much space you want to display. Also, you can change the type of map, VOR, approach, whatever you would like. I prefer this. It's the default setting. This is also where you can set your altimeter up and down. See, it changes right there. The altimeter right now is 2994. You can also choose, like, if you want to show all the waypoints around. That's obviously not that it's kind of hard to use that. Also, the airport's data, which is like, it's telling you 4,800 or above, as we showed you in the lakes section. Also, position from VORs, and the terrain button isn't active. I don't know why, but yeah. Okay, so now that we're in initial reference, we're gonna put ground weight. I usually just put 150, just anything from 120 to 150 works, I guess. Reserves, I'll put 7.5. You can put anything from 1 to 10, it doesn't really matter. Cost index is 34, and our flight level is gonna be flight level 270. And remember to hit execute. Now we're gonna hit this button again to go to our takeoff. Flaps are gonna be 5, so I'll hit 5 and put it in there. And then it'll already give me my V speed, so I'm just gonna activate them by hitting it. And those are the V speeds right there. So once we got that, looks like we're ready to push and start. Actually, first let's set our autopilot. So we're gonna do 160. And 255 for the runway heading. We're gonna climb to about 7,000 feet. Okay, once that's done, we've set the autopilot up. We're gonna go to forward overhead panel. We're gonna turn all the fuel pumps on before start. Hydraulic pumps on. Now you're gonna turn the isolation valves off. Just turn all of them off. And then for engine start, we're gonna start the left first, so put that to ground. And we will push the throttle. Once this right here gets to 20, you're going to put that to idle and do the same for the right engine. So I'm going to detach the jetway and close the doors. And now we're going to push back. Forward overhead panel. Start the left engine first. Make sure this is on ground or the aircraft's engines will not start. That's at 20, put it to idle. Put that to auto. Now engine 2 is starting. And also just to mention, this will level off at about 60, the N2. Okay, it's at 20. To idle. To ground. Okay, engine 2 is starting. I'm going to set our flaps to 5 for takeoff. Check out all of our systems. Roll runs look okay, rudders look okay. Go to forward overhead panel and turn the taxi lights on. Logo, steady, wing. You don't have to turn the panel on, it doesn't matter. That's for night so you can see. Okay. Looks like we are ready to taxi. Okay, now that we're coming up on the runway, we're going to turn auto brake to rejected takeoff. Turn the auto throttle on, speed on, flight director is on. Go to forward overhead panel, turn the landing lights on and taxi lights off.
V1.
Caution, terrain.
Okay guys, that's it for us today on FSCI. We'll see you next time.